everyone to Markham Film Center. I just want to begin by saying who I am. So my name is Stevie Chong. This is my name. Yeah. And I am a DM. DM is a title in Atomy. Doesn't mean district manager. It means that I'm a diamond master, but it doesn't make sense to those who are new or doesn't know what this is all about. So later on, you'll come down to what diamond master means. Right now, what I want to do is give you a little background of myself. My background, I've been a banker in Canada for over 20 years. My banking roles involve being a financial advisor and also as a lender. I lend money to people. So in my lending experience, I also lend money to small businesses. My small business lending was quite interesting. I went from being a lender to small business to a leader of a small business lending group. So my authorized limit, so in the bank, when you lend money, there's a limit that they give to you to be able to lend out. My authorized limit was quite high. Wow. So more than 7 figures. Wow. So that's what I did. And so I had to learn about companies. What makes a business successful, what doesn't make it successful. And during the period of time of lending money to businesses and so on, my clients came to me and asked me, Stevie, have you heard of network marketing? What about network marketing? Should I do it, should I not do it? So in those days, when I was a banker, I said, be very careful. That's all I said. And when they come down to me and ask me, can you come and listen to one? So being a good advisor, I went down with them and listened. I listened to some, I did join some. I did well in, okay in some, not never well, but okay, but never successful, really, in network marketing. I was very successful in the banking, but not in network marketing. So people ask me now, when I have left banking, why am I doing Atomy? So I hope that throughout this presentation, when I finish off, it would give you an idea of why I want to do this network marketing company, be involved with this particular network marketing, and why I believe Atomy can change people's lives. So let's begin. Can you please check your phone and just make sure that it's on silent, or if it rings your favorite sound tone, I'd either make you sing to it or you dance to it. So one or the other. Okay, so now that you have checked that, so what makes this, why am I in Atomy? Why? So my first thing is this. I learned from Atomy a concept called balanced life. Now, probably when you hears the word, it's not new. We all want balanced life, right? The question is, what are we balancing? We want a balanced life. So if you're working, when you work in an office, what does the office tell you to do? Work and lifestyle. You go to work, you must take time off, right? The problem in North America, particularly in US, is that the US workers don't take vacations. The average US worker takes only 17.2 days of vacation. That's not a lot. That's very little. It's about 2 weeks, that's all they take. Why? Because they are worried what their colleagues are going to think about them. But all the research studies have kept showing that it is important to take that vacation, because after you come back, you actually work better, more productive. So people's thinking have to change. But that's not just balanced life, right? How could you have balanced life? You go to work. When I used to work in the bank, I leave my house at 6:30 a.m. and don't come home until 6:30 p.m. That's my work day, sometimes later. If that's the case, then what's the balance? So the balance is the rest of my time on weekends and so on. So that's not balanced life. So I began to try and search for what balanced life is, and Atomy showed me what it is. So there are 4 areas that we need to balance in our life. These areas are, first of all, living well, which means yourself, loving others, means relating to other people, learning, again helping yourself to grow, and contributing means giving back to others as well. These 4 areas are balanced life. If you think about it, as I have, you would have begun to realize that if we can balance these 4 areas in our life well, we would achieve a very happy life, a life that makes sense for ourselves. So let me quickly go through. What does live well means? For yourself, you need health, right, and wealth. I think both are important. A lot of people nowadays think that, oh, I need health, I don't need money. So what if you have the body of Arnold Schwarzenegger or whoever it is that you like, the most famous film star you can think of guy. He looks handsome, he has six packs, everything there. But he has no money. Is that good? The girls will marry him. Except the rich girls may take him as a playboy, play toy. That's not living well. Living well is to have both health and wealth. Having all the money in the world and no health is also a problem. If you lie in bed, even if you have $10 million for you to spend, you can't spend it. You're in bed. So those are the two key areas for ourselves. We need to take care of that ourselves. No one else is going to take care of you. So we need to worry about this part. So the first thing is you need to be balanced in this area. Your health and your wealth need to be balanced. You need to also be balanced in loving, in your love, your relationship with people around you. Whether it be your family, your friends, your colleagues, whatever it is, can you build a love around them? How do you learn to love people? Then there is learning. We all want to learn more. When I was in the bank, one of my roles was learning and development. After I finished lending, I began to teach people how to do banking and so on. I realized that there's a need for learn. I want to learn other things. I never have time to, because I work too long. I come home, too many other things to take care of. So we don't have time to learn. The last thing is contribute. I think everyone sitting here wants to give back. When we pass someone on the street that looks like a bum and has no money, we want to give some money. But we also realize when we give, we don't know how long that will last for them. What can we do to contribute back to society? Sometimes we want to just give time. Now that I have more time, I find that this is something that I could always give away. And if we don't do that, or we don't have that time to give, we feel as though we are very lonely. We're on our own, we're secluded. So these four areas needs to be balanced. We want to have time, we want to be able to have health and wealth, we want to be able to love, we want to learn, and we want to contribute. That's balanced life. What does Atomy say? Atomy is a company that doesn't promote anything else other than this. It wants all its members to achieve this balanced life. Not just to make a lot of money, but to build a relationship, to be able to learn more things, and to be able to give back to society that you are in. So that's balanced life. That's what I believe Atomy as a tool could get us to. And let's see how this tool works. But before I start talking about Atomy, let's talk about our world. What's changing in our world? Right now, we are already in the 4th Industrial Revolution. Everybody agrees?
Yes.
Anyone here during the 1st Industrial Revolution? I don't think you'll be alive. You'll be almost 200 plus years old, right? So we were not there at the 1st Industrial. How long did it take from the 1st to get to here? 1st to 2nd took about 100 years. And then now, it's faster and faster. The 5th Industrial Revolution is going to come within the next 10 years.
Yes.
Now let's take a look at what the 4th Industrial Revolution is about. This is what it says here, but let me show you by picture what it means. This is the 4th Industrial, this is where we are at right now. So everything that I've shown here is not science fiction, it's real. You can go to Dubai and put this on and fly. You can do it, you just have to pay some money. This AI person, I don't know, person, or you want to call it it or she or whatever it is, okay? She can talk, she can converse with you, she can speak to you. She's actually right now swearing in to become a citizen of Saudi Arabia because they gave her citizenship. She even has a name. Her name is Sophia. So if you Google Sophia AI, you will read a lot of things about her. And you can see a lot of YouTube about what she does and who she is. This is what it is. Even our pharmacies are changing. So your friends who wants to become a pharmacist, tell them forget it. Because they will be taken over by AI, completely computerized. Doctor writes the prescription. By the time they put it into their little iPad, because a lot of doctors now use iPad, right? Put it in, the prescription goes straight to the pharmacy already. And this machine, this whole contraption will take care of all the drugs you need. You walk out of the doctor's office, pick up your medication, and you go. That's what this is happening in Germany, in Europe. Then you have cars. This is one thing that's going to change our world, which I think makes some of us don't think enough about. Driverless cars. Everyone wants one. At least, except those who really love to drive. But if you want a driver, here you have a car that don't need to be driven. Can you imagine how many jobs will disappear when this comes? What jobs are related to the car industry? Not just the car. If you have driverless car, are you going to have driverless buses?
Yes.
Will you have driverless trains?
Yes.
Were you going to have driverless trucks? Pilotless airplanes, all done by computers. If those are going to happen, what else is going to impact besides drivers? So you have no more bus driver job, you have no more truck driver jobs, you have no more train drivers, you have no more all the other kind of drivers that drive something. But what about insurance industry for cars? It will go, right? Because there's no longer any need for insurance. The car drives itself. So no more industry for that. Huge things is going to happen. And you think of all the other things that link to it, the changes are huge. And that's the case, then what other jobs are going to go? What about chefs? Let's take a look and see what is going to happen to the chef here. So you want to buy a pair like that? It's available. It's a little bit more expensive right now, but once that changes, it's going to happen. And any chef, so if you love your mother's cooking and you want to make sure you keep everything, buy one and make a copy of how when your mother cooks. You always get your mother's food. So any chef you can get this, and you will be able to give you the perfect recipe. What if the recipe didn't turn out well for that day? You cancel the video recording and redo it until you get the best. This is happening. Jobs are disappearing. The point of this whole thing is that we don't know what the future is going to be like, but we need to be prepared for it. That's why I ask people that everything they do, they need to think about, will my job be taken over by AI? What is the chance of my job? If it is going to be taken by AI, start looking for something different. Something that will allow you to have an income that will keep coming in, whether you have to go to work or not go to work. That's something you want to look at. So that's the first change, is the world itself. We're heading into a future that's really, really fast. What else is changing? What about the places that you go and shop? Here's where we used to go. We used to go to Blockbuster to get all our videos. No longer. Now we do Netflix, and everything comes up from Netflix immediately. So that's one thing that's gone. Toys R Us are declaring bankrupt. Why? Because people are buying the toys online. They go to Toys R Us for what? I've seen people, my son used to work for Toys R Us when he was younger. And he says all these people come here and test all the toys, but they never buy. They come in and play with every single toy that they are, and then they leave, and then they buy online.
Right.
So what's happening? Toys R Us declared bankruptcy, but their online store is still doing okay. What about Gap? They're not closing stores because they're losing money. They're closing stores because people that buys from Gap buys online and goes to Gap to return, or goes to Gap to try the sizes and then come back. That's what they do. Then what about Walmart? What is Walmart encouraging you to do? Go online. If this is all going online, what is happening to the retail world? the retail world that we are familiar with, when we go down to the shopping mall, go to a store. There's a word called retail apocalypse. Apocalypse means end of the world. Is this going to be the end of retail? We don't know. We don't know. Someone used to say that when reading comes about, you know, those little devices that you can read books on, some people say that books will completely disappear. But it didn't. It's still around. So we don't know whether retail will disappear or will it change its form. But what is now the most popular places to shop? At least in North America, these are most popular is Amazon. In Asia, it's some form of Alibaba.com. Lazada and so on, all the other platforms out in Asia are there. These are two. All of them are what? Online shopping mall. That is the future. If we involve in a business, if you want to participate with the company and do a business, the online presence is very important. So that's the first thing I ask you guys to consider and think about. What else is changing? What if your shopping experience completely changed like this one? Let's take a look.
4 years ago, we started to wonder, what would shopping look like if you could walk into a store, grab what you want, and just go? What if we could weave the most advanced machine learning, computer vision, and AI into the very fabric of a store so you never have to wait in line? No lines, no checkouts, no registers. Welcome to Amazon Go. Use the Amazon Go app to enter. Then put away your phone and start shopping. It's really that simple. Take whatever you like. Anything you pick up is automatically added to your virtual cart. If you change your mind about that cupcake, just put it back. Our technology will update your virtual cart automatically. So, how does it work? We used computer vision, deep learning algorithms, and sensor fusion, much like you'd find in self-driving cars. We call it Just Walk Out technology. Once you've got everything you want, you can just go. When you leave, our Just Walk Out technology adds up your virtual cart and charges your Amazon account. Your receipt is sent straight to the app, and you can keep going. Amazon Go. No lines, no checkout. No, seriously.
Okay. You like that?
Yes.
You like to be able to go to your supermarket and just walk in, take what you want and leave. That's what this is happening. This is not in the future. It's already happening in Seattle. And Amazon is going to build another 5 more stores just like this in various parts of US. This is not only happening here in America. In Asia, in China, Alibaba has also started something similar to this in Asia. So it's not new either. If all this is happening, the change of where we shop is changing. What about us? What about we as consumers? Are we changing as well? Any business you deal with, you need to worry about your consumers, your customers. Who is changing? We are changing too. How are we changing? These are stuff that everyone here would have, at least one.
Yes.
McDonald's, nowadays, you buy 7 coffees, you get 1 free. We are no longer just consumers. We don't shop just because we want to buy the thing. We want to be more than just a consumer. We want to be able to produce something while we are consuming. How do we produce things? PC cards allow you to shop. Every time you collect the points, you hit 20,000, you get $20. You produce that $20 by just shopping there. That is what you want as a consumer. We want credit cards that have points. If they have no points, we don't want it. That's what is changing. So we're no longer called consumers now. We should call ourselves prosumers because we want to be producers and consumers at the same time. So we are changing. We as consumers are changing. So what do we need to worry about. We don't need to worry about this word called network marketing. We don't need to, because this is going to be the future in which goods and services will be marketed and distributed. We're familiar with the first picture, the top picture here. There's advertising of products, company manufactures, massive warehousing. Then you consumer pay for all these costs before it comes to you. So a product from the factory may only cost $10 to produce. When it comes to you to buy, it could cost $20. In the new world, network marketing has been enabled by one thing: information era. Think about it. 15, 20 years, maybe less than even 20 years ago, Wi-Fi was not something that everybody has. There's no such thing. It was difficult to connect to the internet. The internet was something that we know is there, but you have to buy a modem, plug it in, dial in, and all this thing. We didn't even have, a phone is only for phone, for calling. Until then there was pager. Then there was the phone that you could do text messaging, and so on. This has all changed because information era makes information available to everyone. Whenever I need to buy something, guess who I call? I call my son. Because what? He seems to know where to buy stuff. And you tell me which brand to, because he will immediately do his research and tell me, okay, you should buy this particular thing, this particular brand. So word of mouth, right? We begin to rely on people. We have always done that. We have always used word of mouth as a means to determine what we want to buy. Whether we buy a car, whether we buy a fridge, whether we buy even small little things, we want to ask our friends, what should I buy? What you use, is it good or not? If it is good, I'll buy what you have. That's the word of mouth. Then we go online to shop now. 10 years ago, I don't think many of you here actually go online shopping. Because you're worried whether your credit card is going to be taken, whether you can pay correctly, whether the goods coming is good or not good. Now your bank guarantees that if you don't receive what you receive, you don't pay. They will give you back your money. And if someone takes your money, they will give it back to you from your credit card. So there's no more that worry now to go online shopping. People are more comfortable. And you have companies like Amazon. They have proven that whatever you order, you actually get. It's not a fake brand. So this has changed in terms of how we shop and how the factory send the goods to you. They produce it, they send it exactly directly to your house. That means a lot of cost is being taken off. That means you should be able to get your products close to factory price. If you don't get it at factory price, someone is taking money in between. That's what that is. So this is what is changing. The way in which marketing and distribution goes about now is changing. To what? To new method. So what exactly is Atomy business all about? So now I come back to talk about Atomy. Atomy is basically this. We are just a platform business. What is a platform? Platform links two places together. So what are we linking? We are linking producers or manufacturers with consumers. So manufacturers are people that produces goods and services. Atomy just goes to these manufacturers and negotiate with them. We do not just negotiate for price. We take all our manufacturers as our partners. What's the difference between your manufacturer being your provider of goods and services or your partner? Big difference. If I go to a company that manufactures skincare and I ask them, I want your best line to give to me at the best price you can, they will give it to me at a certain price. Whereas if this company becomes my partner, I will go to them and say, I like your product, I like it this way, and I want it at this price. Give it to me. If they say they cannot, what does Atomy do? Let us work together and see how we can do it, how we can make it possible. That's the difference between a partner and just a manufacturer. So all these manufacturers are Atomy's partners. And so they give us great service, great products. In fact, we believe that we get some of the absolutely best quality products from these companies. I'm not going to talk about these companies. I'm going to talk about them when I talk about the two of the products later on. But these are manufacturers that we have. So what happens to these manufacturers? We work with them to build their business, right? So they are happy. They get paid on time. Their goods get moved. Their brand gets recognized, so to say, the manufacturing capability. Atomy brands everything under Atomy, and who gets the benefit on the other end? Consumers like us. What do we get? We get absolute quality at the absolute price. That's what all consumers want. We want to buy good and cheap. That's all we want, good and cheap. The cheaper it is, the better the deal, the more we are happy. That's what customer satisfaction, that's what consumer satisfaction is all about. This is Atomy's way of doing the business. We are platform business. So Atomy is not just localized in Korea, because it's a Korean company, started in Korea in 2009. It is not only in Canada, but already at 11 countries. Started in Korea, went to US and Canada in 2010. 2011 has been in Canada since then. And then is in all these countries in Southeast Asia, in Mexico. Next, Atomy will be moving into Australia, opening in July 2018. Vietnam and Indonesia towards the end of 2018. Those are countries that we're expanding. Within the next few years, Atomy will be in more than 120 countries. If you're going to be involved with Atomy, this is the time. Because in 2019, we are going to open China, one of the biggest markets in the world. And when that opens, the face of Atomy will change. There will be a big change in what Atomy is going to look like. This is globally where we are at. So let me summarize the concept of Atomy in one picture. What is the business model for Atomy? Why do I believe that Atomy will work for you when you take it up as your own business? First of all, because Atomy gives you absolute quality and absolute price. Now this absolute quality, when I first joined Atomy, I was very skeptical about what absolute quality means. And of course the price is the other thing. Every time I share this concept with business people, they ask me. I say, you go do your own research. I'm not going to change your mind on this. I said, but the first thing is you have to compare an apple to an apple. Don't compare apple to orange, because it'll never work. So I said, find the absolute quality product, compare it to Atomy for the same product, and check the price out and see whether we are the lowest. I did that not with all of our products, but with many of our products, our key flagship products in particular, and found that this is very true of what we have done. So if this is the case, who is happy? Customer gets success. Because what are we doing? We are allowing the masses of people to be able to buy prestigious products at affordable prices for them. So what's important about that concept? When you get good quality at low price. Important is, in any business, what's the most important factor? You don't know. It's customers. If you have no customers, you have no business. Right? You need customers. So when you have customers, what is important about your customers? That they are retained, right? First of all, they remain as your customer. Number two is that they reorder. If they are your customers and they don't reorder, doesn't show anything. But if they are your customers and they keep reordering, it's important. So Amazon has 100 million subscribers to Amazon Prime. What does that mean? People read it that now Amazon has rebuying power. Because Amazon Prime gives you special shipping privileges. And people pay for that. So people want that. So that is a sense of retention. You retain your customers. And then they will keep reordering. What makes a customer do this? Very simply. Absolute quality, absolute price. Because at the end of the day, every one of us are consumers first. We are business people second. We are consumers first. So that is the concept of Atomy business model. If this model changes, the business will die. Why is it that a lot of other network marketing has problems? Because they may have absolute quality, but they don't have absolute price. The prices are high. Sometimes they're high. But one of the problems is sometimes the price is high, but the quality is so-so. And you don't know the difference. So that's the thing. Atomy have chosen this path to do. Okay, this is where we are at. So how do you buy Atomy products? How do I do it? Do I have to stock up stuff in my basement to sell to people? No, Atomy is an online business. Once you become a member, you get this whole website for you. Your own shopping mall, and information about everything about Atomy, calendars that tell you what's going on, even your office, if you want to do this as a business, how to track your business. And then we have VODs, training videos for you to learn about the business. Not only, wherever you are, you could learn about the business through the videos that we have online. So this is a platform, this is a website that's given to you when you become a member. So far, we have talked about best quality, lowest price. What would it cost to partner with Atomy? So before I talk about it, let me share a couple of flagship products that we have. The first one is what we call a health supplement product that is called HemoHim. So HemoHim is a product that will help your immunocytes. Big word, immunocytes. Basically, it helps your immune system. Everyone here has an immune system. I know that because you're here. What if you have a very low immune system? Would you be able to sit here? You can't. You would have to live in a bubble, right? Because the bubble is the only thing that can sustain you. Because if you have low immune system, every germ, every bacteria, every virus will affect you badly. So you can't live outside of that bubble. What if you have a very, very active immune system? Is that good? No. Too active is no good. Because that's where you get all your allergies. Your running noses in springtime. Because your system goes crazy. It should protect you from the pollen that's coming in. So the only way it protects you is to make you go into allergies. You run your nose so that it clears everything as often as possible. So your immune system, when it's too low, it's no good. Too active is not good. You need to balance it. This is what HemoHim does. It balances your immune system. How does it do it? It does it through your blood. So this is what HemoHim. How was it created? Did I do it? Hopefully, thankfully, no. If Stevie did it, don't take it, okay? But this was done by an organization, a government research facility called CARI. CARI stands for Korea Atomic Energy Research Institute. This institute is the top research facility for South Korea. It is now in the world recognized as the #2 research facility in the world after NASA. NASA is still #1. CARI is #2 right now. Used to be Japan at one point in time. Korea has come up to be #2 now. That organization created HemoHim. Not for other people, mainly created for the scientists. What's happening to the scientists? Because in the atomic environment, atomic energy research environment, the scientists are exposed to radiation, a lot more than we are. So radiation is not good for us, we know that, right? Because every time you go for an X-ray, your doctor will check his files to make sure you have one only once a year. If you go for mammogram, for women who go for mammogram, they also have to make sure that you can only do it once a year because of the radiation. Your body cannot take radiation continuously. So these people work in an atomic energy research facility, so they're exposed to it a little bit more than we are. So what happens? They found that their immune system was not working very well. They're actually getting sick, their doctors, a lot faster than normal people. So the government decided, the South Korean government decided, we'll give you a pool of money. Go do research for yourself to build your immune system up. And they said that we don't want it to be a medication, a drug. No need prescription. We want it to be a health supplement. How long did it take them to do this? It took them 8 years. 8 years to develop HemoHim. Now that HemoHim is developed, they patented it and then tested it at the Korea Cancer Hospital. So all this was done for HemoHim. Reliable product, truly. What are the patents? These are the countries that we have got patents for HemoHim. Korea, Germany, England, France, Italy, Japan, US. Take a look at the US one. What does it talk about? It talks about anti-cancer activity. It talks about immune response, helping you with your immune response, which I said in the first place, that's what it does. And then the hematopoiesis of the body. There's production of blood in your body. Your immune system basically is linked to your blood system. If your blood is good, your immune system is going to be strong. And we help the body to produce better blood, better white blood cells and red blood cells. That helps with your immune system. So this is a product that we have. Would you want to have this as part of your product in your store if you're opening one? Would you be able to sell something like that or talk to people about it? You would be if you trust it and you used it and it works for you. So for me, this helps me. I have diabetes. Now my doctor says I still have it, although my diabetic reading is almost back to normal. So for 20 years it hasn't been normal. So just to give you some figures, my diabetes blood 3 months blood measurement used to be between 12 and 14. So normal people should be 6. So I'm more than twice, more than double the amount. So now I'm back to normal. Is it okay to take this product? To me, it works. So I ask you guys, would you have something like that in your shop that you could sell? Would this help? This next product I'd like to share with you is just our skincare product. What makes this so different from everything else that is skincare? Especially, this comes from Korea, but Korea has lots of skincare. Now, many people believe that Korean skincare products are good. Talk to anybody, doesn't matter whether it's in Europe too. Europe is willing to accept Korean skincare products. So what makes Atomy skincare products so different, other than low price? You can find out the price after this from your friends who brought you here. But what is different in Atomy products is this particular technology. This technology, again, I talk about Korea Atomic Energy Research Institute. So this is number 2 research facility in the world, right? What have they got to do with skincare? Because they decided that this is something that they want to look into. A curious bunch of scientists. So they say, let's look into this. Why is it that skincare products doesn't have a lot of herbs that they say they have? So there was a particular brand that claims that they calls it the green tea special skincare line for you. Green tea is in it. The scientists who did this measured it and saw that it was only 0.03% of green tea. That's very little. Out of the whole bottle of green, 0.03% was green tea. But they call it green tea anyway, because no one else had more than 0.03%. So why can't they put more green tea in it? Because there's problems, right? When you use herbs in preparation for skincare, there are 3 things they need to overcome. The first one is color. So let's take green tea leaves. When you put it into hot water, does it turn green? Initially, it's light green, right? Nice color. After a while, it becomes this color. So, okay, you still drink it, but you were not going to put this in your skincare, right? Because it will look that color and you don't like it. Because you can't put a lot. Second thing with herb is that there is odor. Leave that green tea for 2 days. What does it become? It smells. That's why a lot of skincare cosmetic lines, they have to add perfume to try and cover some of the herb smell that comes up from it, because they have no way to extract it. The last thing is toxicity from the herbs itself. Every herb, every plant has toxin. Some good for us, some not so good for us, but it's there. We don't want any toxins on our body. So what did Carey do? Carey found a way to use chromaticity or light waves, different light waves, to shine it on the product when it comes to this stage and take it from this color to this color without adding any whitening agent in it. Plus, because we got rid of the odor, the color, and the toxin, can we add more green tea now in there?
Yes.
We can. We can add up to 500 times more green tea. That's what we did. So is the product more effective? It is. Definitely. If you have more good ingredients in there, it will be more effective for you. That's why our Skincare 6 works. That's why it is good. And the other technology we have is this one. If your skincare is, you put on your face, your skin doesn't absorb it. Is it good? It's not good, just go on top, right? So how does your skin absorb something? It has to recognize that it is friendly. If it's not friend, it won't go into your skin. So we wrap all our skincare, the molecule, with phospholipids, which is similar to your skin. And what else do we do with it? So now that your skin saw this on the face, coming onto it, it says, oh, this looks friendly. I will let it come in. After it goes in, we didn't stop there. We didn't just want the cream to go in. We want it to work over time. So inside, we have little capsules that burst opens over time. That's why we call it multiple capsulation. Little capsules in there, burst open every hour. Some of it will burst open, keeping your skin moisturized, firm, smooth, everything. So it comes from inside out. But what else is important? We also threw in the nano technology. Because if this molecule could do everything, the skin would absorb it, but it's too big. The skin cannot take it in as well. So it's no point to. It has to be small. So we made it into nano size, smaller than your skin pore. That's what we have in our Skincare 6. If this is what we have in our Skincare 6 product, would you want this skincare on your shelf? This is all done by Kerry, a government facility that does the research. The company that manufactures it is called Coma B&H, a joint venture between Coma International, or Coma Korea in this case, with Kerry. And Coma is a 100-year-old company specializing in skincare and in cosmetics and in pharmaceuticals. So we have very strong background as to what makes our skincare different. That's why it works. That's why most people, very few people get allergic reaction to this. Unless the only time most people get allergic reaction is that their face is not cleaned well enough. So that's what that is. So that is our skincare. If you have these two products, how much would you pay for partnership? How much would you pay for the partnership if you have these two technology in your products? Would you pay a lot for it?
Yes.
I think some people would consider paying, right? Okay. So let's take a look. How do you really make money in Atomy? How do you? Atomy makes money by charging you for partnership. No? So let's look. What does Atomy cost to become a partner with Atomy? Really, Atomy doesn't charge you for registration. So if you want to buy Atomy products at members price, no need to pay for the registration of being a member. Registration is free. If you want, we don't even ask you every month for a fee. And we don't have an annual renewal fee for your membership. We do have one requirement for membership renewal. You need to buy at least one product a year. Because Atomy works as a consumer club. That's what we are. We are a consumer club. We've got groups of people together, first of all, to get good products at low price. Because that's the only way we can get good, better products at even lower price. So, no fee. Next thing is, we don't even charge you for the website you saw just now. Your own shopping cart, keeping track of business, we don't charge you for that. Lastly, we don't even force you to buy anything on a monthly basis. No compulsory buys, no auto ship. These are some of the top reasons why we are different from any other network marketing. Every network marketing that I've seen in my past 20 years, everyone has a registration fee. It could be as low as $10, still a registration fee. Everyone definitely has a renewal fee of an annual renewal fee. Then website fees, some have, some don't have. This one, every company I've seen has this one. They need you to buy products. Because if products are not bought, how can you get paid? People need to buy products. So the only way to ensure that people keep buying products is force them to buy. If you buy, you get your return. If you don't buy, you don't get return. But Atomy don't have this. So how does it really work? That's what all other network marketers ask me. So how do you make money? Okay, so let's go on. We make money because number one, we sell everyday products. So someone asked me, this is like Amway. I said, no, it's not like Amway. Well, it's because Amway just put products in at very high price, right? At expensive price, not low price. Atomy puts all the everyday products that you need at the lowest price. So toothbrush, toothpaste. Everyone use toothbrush, toothpaste today? I hope so. So you use this every day. When you finish it, you use it again. When you finish it, you buy it again. Everyone here, including the guys here, use skincare. Some form of skincare. Then we take health products, right? For our health. You should take Hemohim. Everyone here should be taking Hemohim. So we take Hemohim. We wash our clothes this weekend. We're going to wash our clothes. We're going to wash dishes every day, whether you like it or not. What else? We drink coffee. This morning, there was some cafe arabica on the table. Then we use hand cream, hand soap, and so on. Everyday products you require every single day. Because we sell those products, this business begins to make sense that it can work. If we sell good products at low price, it will work definitely. So how does all this come together? Very simply, the compensation plan is based on points. In Canada and all over the world, everybody now understands point collection. We collect points. Same with Atomy. Every time you buy a product from Atomy, you get points. In this case, a box of 8 toothbrush costs $11. This is really, really cheap. It has ionized gold on the tip. So it's really cheap when you think about it. We have that, costs $11, you get 5,000 points. So we collect points. Every time anyone in Atomy buys a product, points are being given. Each and everyone collects points. Points are linked to your ID, your membership ID. So you collect points. That clear so far? So from the points, somehow or other you get paid, and this is how it works. So all the points in the world is collected every day by Atomy. Atomy computers go into everybody's ID and say how many points is collected by Atomy worldwide. So the total number of points is then divided 30% to the company, 70% to the member. This is actually, to me, this is right now the highest payout that I've seen done by a company, a network marketing company. The closest I've seen to 70% is 55%. Most companies could even turn it around. They keep 70, you get 30%. So why 70% back to the member? How does it work? It's divided into 3 sectors. One sector, the largest one, goes to general commission. The next one is bonus, mastership bonus, and the third one is center fee. You could earn general commission itself by doing what? By first of all being a consumer. You buy the products. You use the products, you like it. All you do is you share it with 2 friends. You build a group of 2 groups of people. You put friends or relatives or whatever it is on 2 sides of you, on the left and on the right. You create 2 groups, an A group and a B group. Then eventually from those groups that use the products, because they use the same products as you will get general commission. It's a matter of time. It's not if you will get commission, it's when you will get commission. All you need to do is introduce 2 friends. From there, you can then get general commission continuously. Next thing is mastership bonus. If you want to do this as a business, you can get bonus if you really want to run this as a business. Finally, when your business grows to a certain point, like Jeannie, who is the owner of this center, she has lots of people. Her people needs to gather at a place. The company says, I will take 6% of the volume, give back to you to help you run the center. So this is, you can make money all 3 ways, 2 ways, or 1 way. So let's look at the first way in which you make money. Can you find another consumer just like you? So I take Hemohim. Between me and my wife, we take 2 boxes a month. toothbrush, toothpaste we use, and so on and so forth. And we use more than these products. But in general, when Atomy does a survey of all its members, the average member collects about 100,000 points a month. That's the average people. In a family of 4, you hit 100,000 a month all the time, very easily. So you get to 100,000 points a month. Why is that important? Let's take a look. So you, every month, collects 100,000 points. You buy products and you earn for yourself 100,000 points. You found A, your friend, and your friend B, like you. They also use 100,000 points a month. That fair? That makes sense so far? Okay, you can use the same thing. First month, what happens? You have a left group and a right group, right? I mentioned that. So your left group now, for the first month, has 100,000, and B has 100,000 there. Okay, that's the first month. The next month come, A and B will buy. Will you buy? You will also buy. You spend you spend to buy products. You earn another 100,000 points. A earns another 100,000 points. B earns another 100,000 points. That's second month. The third month, A again collects another 100,000 points. B another 100,000 points. That adds up to 300,000 on your left side, 300,000 points on your right side. You yourself would have reached 300,000. When you do that, you get a payout of 15 points. This 15 points is translated into roughly plus minus $70 Canadian. So this is if you have only 2 people and they only use 100,000 every month. What if you have 4 people or 6 people? Would you be able to get this faster than 3 months? Yes. Every month, once? Maybe now, as more and more people use the products, it goes to every week, possible, and every day. Every day you can be making 70 plus minus $70 a day. Is that okay? It's okay, but not good. Right? Can't quit your job because you're only making about $2,000 a month, right? Not enough. Good thing we don't stop there. But one thing I want to point out is points are calculated every day. So your left points and your right points are calculated every day. Until one side matches the other side with 300,000, you will get paid. Weekly you get paid. There's no cutoff date as to when you need to collect your site to reach 300,000. There's no cutoff date. It could take you 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, or even a year or 2 years. Eventually, you would match. Your left and your right would match 300, and you will collect this. That's okay so far? The main thing is this point. Your personal PV, your personal point value, never resets. If that resets, I won't be here. I won't talk to you about this complaint. Because it will be so hard to do this business. It's like your points that you collect from Loblaws. You collect 20,000 points. After you use it for $20 grocery, what happened to the points? It resets to 0. You start all over again to collect again. Atomy says for yourself, you never need to recollect that 300,000 points that you got. It just keeps adding on to you. Now, the points that do disappear is this one. Once you get paid, the points get resets to 0. And your team recollects the points every time. Okay? So, simple as that. I said that the good thing is we didn't stop at $70. If we did, this will be really no point for us all to sit down here. Because your own points keep collecting, right? It never resets to 0. So every time you buy, you collect points. Sooner or later, you get to 700,000 points. Your group, is it going to stay still or is it going to grow? If you do the right job and people like the products and they share it with 2 friends, just 2 people, everybody share 2 people every time, your group will grow bigger and bigger. Sooner or later, your left group and your right group will have 700,000 points on the left, 700 on the right. And because you had 700,000, now you can match for 30 points, $140. Okay? You didn't stop there. You continue to collect points, 1.5 million, At 1.5, now you can match and get $280. Then 2.4 million points. You collect balance, you can match 2.4 at $450 a day. This is what the star master in this center, who has been in this business for 5 years, is getting every day from General Commission. $450 every day. That works out to around $10,000 a month. Are you okay to get $450 every day? Or you want more? Good thing we can go more. So the next one is 6 million, 6 million. Oh, wait a minute. This doesn't change anymore. This company is crazy, right? They say you collect points until 2.4 million, you don't need to collect points for yourself now. Any points you use to buy products, what can you do? Oh, buy it under your people. What happens? Now you're generating points for yourself to get money. The company allows you to do that. Plus, you're helping your people to do this business. Is that good? Fantastic, actually. And then you go on. You can still match 20 million points. We have only one situation here. We have a maximum. You can only match up to 50 million points on the left, 50 million points on the right. So the people that are leaders, that are called Royal Masters, Crown Masters, and Imperial Masters, their volume per day is more than 50 billion points. Some of them are at 300 million, some of them are 100 million. But they still only get paid this amount, $1,500 a day. Is $1,500 a day good for you? Is that enough? If it is not enough, this business is not for you. You have to find something else to do because you will be disappointed. And I don't want you to be disappointed. So this is the maximum you can get from General Commission, $1,500 a day. Okay? So this easy to understand, right? General Commission so far. You can get a maximum of $1,500 a day. That's all right. Okay. What about mastership? I talked about. So let's look at monthly income of people who attain what is mastership. Remember I called myself a DM when I started? So this is where I am, Diamond Master. There's 7 levels of mastership. The beginning is Sales Master, right up to Imperial Master. But remember that 20% set aside for mastership that I show you on the pie chart, 20% of that? This is how it's divided among the 7 mastership levels. The lowest level gets the most. The highest level gets the least. Is that fair? Yeah. So the lowest level is really fair. Because I'm just beginning. Give me more. I need more to sustain. So company does that. Give you more. So let's take a look at average income. If you combine both your General Commission and your mastership bonus together, what would you get? Sales Master average income around $2,000 a month. When you get to this, automatically $2,000 a month goes into your account every single month. Diamond Master around $4,000. Shine Rose Master around $10,000, and so on and so forth. And with the bonus, the Imperial Master top guy gets almost up to $100,000 a month. That's the income level. And so far, there are people who are already attaining all of these levels. Okay. So how do you get to become a master? How to do the mastership program? So take a look at this woodpecker here. He now has collected for himself 700,000 points for himself. His personal PV is 700,000. His right team and his left team and his right team. His left team has got people in different countries. Atomy allows that. You can have people in any country. Yesterday I was speaking to a friend in New Zealand, because New Zealand is opening. And he asked me, can I sign people up in any country? I said, that's what I'm doing. I'm talking to you in New Zealand. So oh, yeah, that's correct. So you can sign up anybody in any country. This is very rare in network marketing companies. A lot of network marketing companies say, if you want to open a business back in US, you create a new ID and build a new team there. It never all merge together. Atomy is very generous. Any country you have people, whatever they use, their points become part of your group points. Did you understand? Same with the right side. So he collects points from everybody in his team. His left team and his right team. Does Woodpecker knows the guy in Mexico? He may not. Who brought him in? Someone here. Don't know who this guy is. Or maybe I know this guy, but I never know this guy. So it doesn't matter whether you know the people, your friends' friends will bring other people in. So your group grows. What happens when your group grows? Eventually, your left group every half month would be able to generate 2.5 million points on the left and your right side 2.5 million. Once you reach those kind of volume, you become a sales master. Can you fight to do this? Yes, you can make this fast. You can do this very quickly. Some people did it in 6 months. Some people did it in 2 years. Some people did it in 3 years. The time is really up to you. But your group growth is what is important, and the sales volume is what is important. What people buy is important. The bigger the purchases are, the easier you go up to sales master. So how many really people do you need on your left side and your right side to achieve this? If everybody collects 100,000 points a month, if you have 50 people on your left and 50 people on your right, you will have 5 million points every month. So every half month, you should get 2.5 million. If that's the case, then you only really 50 people who uses 100,000 points on one side, 50 people uses 100,000 on the other side, and you become a sales master. Every half month, you get a bonus. What is the bonus in dollars? I didn't put it here. Around 450 Canadian dollars. That's a bonus to you. And you can get that bonus every half month if your team continues to generate this volume. That okay? Not bad, right? So when you become a sales master, company gives you a promotional gift set. Make sure you have skincare 6, Hemohim, and evening care. When I got this, I sold it. No, I gave it out to friends for them to try. So this is what you can do for sales master. Now, how to move on to the next level of Diamond Master. You have been a sales master. You know how to get there. What do you do now? Help 2 other people on your left side and 2 people on your right side to attain the same level of sales master. Can you do that? Not difficult. You have done it already. Can you help 2 people to get there? Yes, you can. So you get 2 people, help 2 people on the left to do what? To help them to get to $2,000 a month. Is that a good goal? If you focus on your people to get them to $2,000 a month, and by the time you get 2 on the left, 2 on the right, you become a Diamond Master. So Diamond Master income, around $4,000 a month. That's not bad, right? And you get another promotional bonus. This bonus here, that cash bonus, is around $650. That's what you get as Diamond Master. Okay. Then Sharon Rose Master. What do you do now? Just like before, you have been a Diamond Master. Now you help people to become Diamond Master. Help 2 people on your left, 2 people on your right, you become a Sharon Rose Master, and so on, and you get a promotion. And recently we had a Sharon Rose Master trip for Canadian Sharon Rose Masters. They all went to Cuba. Company paid for everything. Airfare, accommodation, food, everything. And the trip was planned for them. They just went there and have a good time. That's what you get for a promotion trip. You also get $2,000 cash, either to spend on the vacation or to spend on your business. Up to you. That's Sharon Rose Master. And so on. You go to the next level by training people to become Sharon Rose Master. Sooner or later, you get to the top, which is Imperial Master. So how many Imperial Master do we have now? 2.
Oh, sorry.
No, definitely. So we have 2 Imperial Master, 2 people at the top already after 10 years. CEO says that for the next 5 years, we will have Imperial Master coming in very, very quickly. You don't need 10 years anymore. Some people may get up there after having been in this business for 6 years or so. So Imperial Master, when you become, what was the level before? Crown Master, right? So let me ask you, how many people have you helped to make $2,000 a month when you get to Imperial Master? What is the minimum number you would have helped to get there? All right, don't calculate. 1,040 people, at least. So when we look at the Imperial Master, if they come to visit Canada, ask them, how many sales masters do you have? They will say, I can't count. Because they probably have around 10,000 on each side or something like that, that the volume is there. So you can imagine how much volume is generated for them every single day. 50 million is nothing for them. So this is imperial mastership. You can get there. Why? So let's take a look at, first of all, this picture of compensation. How many of you have been asked? I have been always asked, Stevie, are you doing that pyramid thing again? Are you doing that pyramid thing again? This is pyramid, right? I say, yes, it is. So was I. I was already in the pyramid when I was in the bank. Because who makes all the money in the bank?
CEO.
The CEO. So if you look at all the bank financial statements, I look at mine, that CEO got $30 million last year. 30 million. I maybe get 1% of that, if I'm lucky. So this is what it is. 1% of the people makes all the money, right? If you own a business, would you be the one to make the most money? Yes, because if you don't make the most money, you're going to close the business down. It's not worth your time. You have to make the most. So this is normal. This structure, nothing new. It's normal. So don't worry about it. When people tell you you're in the pyramid thing, tell them, yes, I am. I've been in it for the last 30, 40, 50 years, if you work for that long. It's always pyramid. But what did Atomy do? This is what Atomy did. Atomy put a cap, a ceiling on how much the top people can earn. So Atomy, not everybody can get to this limit top. Not one person is going to sit at the top all the time. Which do you prefer? One lottery ticket for 50 million or 10 or 50 tickets for 1 million? 50 prizes of $1 million. Many people say, why don't you just divide the lottery to 1 million, because nobody will buy. But you put one big prize, everybody buys. Atomy chooses to say, I don't want to make one 10 millionaire. I want to make a lot of millionaires. Everybody can have a chance to earn what? If everybody have a chance to earn $50,000 a month, is that good? I think it's good. If I can have all my friends, they don't ask me for money. We can all go and travel together. I can say, let's go for a cruise. They say, sure, Stevie, anytime. That's what I want. I want my friends to be able to spend their own money. I spend my own money. I do what I want, they do what they want, but we can travel together. Then there will be peace on the travel. No fighting. Why are you going for that thing? I can't afford. No. This is what we want. Friends to be able to travel together. If all of us makes $50,000 a month, is that okay? Is there a big difference between $50,000 a month and $500,000 a month? Really, if you look at it from my banker's point of view, I've seen people do both. The 500,000 people spend money more stupidly, more foolishly. My 500,000, I don't care, I just throw. Doesn't make the. In fact, most of them keep the money for themselves. They don't spend it. The guy who makes 50,000 actually spends the money and makes the economy keep going, because we don't have to worry about money. The good thing about this 50,000 that you earn, you can pass it down to your next 2 generations. So what does that mean? If Stevie dies today, my ID, my membership ID, I can pass it to my children. So when I become the Imperial Master and I'm making 100,000 a month or 50,000 a month every month, my children will continue just to take over that ID and continue to make that $50,000 a month without doing anything. That's what it does. And it can be passed from them to my grandchildren. Is that good? That's why you do it to me, for the future. Not just for yourself. It's good for yourself right now, but for the future, your children are safe, whatever changes there may be. If it takes you 10 years to know that you can get to 50,000, will you stick with this business? Most people stop doing network marketing because either they run out of money or it doesn't really work. They don't earn enough money. And most people leave what they're doing is because they can't stick it out, because things are slow at the beginning. Stick it out. How do I know this works? Look at these people. This is 2016. 500 people were in the Leaders and Royal Leaders Club. That means over 500 people are making over 100,000 every year. In Ontario, the last time I remember the stats correctly, we have about 7 million working adults in Ontario. 123,000 makes 100,000. In Atomy, we've been in 10 years now. 2016 was about 8 years. We already have 500 people making over 100,000. Okay, this is proof that this can work. And the Royal Leaders Clubs are people who earn over 200,000. In fact, Jeannie here is in the Leaders Club. Our top person in Canada, Namili, she's a Royal Master. She's in the Royal Leaders Club. That's where she is. Is it possible? Jeannie has been in this business for 5 years. She's in the Leaders Club. If you work for 5 years and you can make $100,000 every year, would you be okay with that? Can you wait for that? Can you work for that? So how do you succeed in Atomy? We even give you a system to succeed. We do not just talk. What does this system involve? These 3 things. Local center programs, one-day seminar, Success Academy. Why all this is going to work? How does this work? Because all you need to do is attend one-day seminar. You attend it one day, you drag your friends to attend the one-day seminar with you as well. Just call your friends, hey, come and have dinner, can you go for a show with me? Can we go for a talk with me? It's going to be good. Pay for the dinner. Bring them into one-day seminar. That's all you do. Because that helps them to see what it is. Because sometimes when I tell my friends things, they look at me and say, Stevie, I know you too well. You see, because they don't trust me or they think that I talk nonsense, I don't know. I leave it to them. But when I bring them out, they change their mind. So, one-day seminar. If you can get a friend to Success Academy, even better. Because that will really change their mindset. It's mindset that needs to be changed. And local programs are where you get training from. Today you have someone who will share with you a product, someone who will share with you a system. They are here to help you to grow. Come to the center. It's free. You even get coffee, you even get water, and you even get some food later on. So those are for you. Come to the center to learn. What I want from you guys is I learn from every one of you. Every time you share something, I learn something new. Every time you talk something, my belief in the company increases. That's why I come a lot of times. When I'm not anywhere else, I'm here on Saturdays. So come, because this builds this system. This is the only way you can succeed in Atomy. By building a super synergy of united heart. We can only get to there when we believe that we can work together. I don't care which center you're from, I don't care which line you're from, I don't care whether you're my sister line, my brother line, my cousin line, my uncle line, whatever line it is, I don't care. You may have nothing to do with me. But because we work together in this together, we're going to achieve this. Can you imagine the day when you walk out and ask people, do you know Atomy? Yeah. Oh, you have heard of it already. I don't have to say anything. Are you in Atomy? No. Here, just be one. It's free. Would you like that? That's come only when you have super synergy of united hearts. Canada has 30 million people. We have only 35,000 Atomy people in Canada. It's a big market. Henry Ford keeps it best, the way he describes this system. We come together, just the beginning. All of you have come together here. This is our beginning. We keep together is where progress comes. Because we start to keep together, and we can have progress together. Finally, we can work together. When we work together, we will achieve success. I want to see everyone at the top. I want to see everyone achieve the balanced life. So thank you very much for listening.